Okay, this is a emofuri tutorial, and I'm kind of doing weird things to record this. Anyway, so as you can see here, I have a finished bust emofuri. Yeah, and she came out pretty good, so I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more how to go about this. I actually think I need to fiddle with her. Anyway, so yeah, she's got a lot of custom pieces. You can probably see them all. Anyway, so we're gonna stop this. And I'm gonna show you first the Photoshop file, which is, so we got a lot of files here. You can see my sketch and some basic palettes that I had, which was basically just a pose, which I didn't even follow in the end. And then here we've got her basic body, which has bangs, head, the boobs layer that I ignored, main body, and the back of the hair. And then we got in here a set of eyebrows, but they don't seem to work very well for the bust, but whatevs, man. So we got normal, sad, bad. And then we got the eyes, we got the outline for the regular eyes, the regular eyes, color on the whites of the eyes, half eyes whites, and closed. And then under here we got some mouths that don't seem to work either for the what's it called, the bust. We got regular mouth, open mouth, regular, mad open, sad open. And then we got our nose, which is actually got some area around it. And that's all grouped together. And then finally on top we have a bajillion extra pieces. A bow, a hat, the two side bangs together, the one hair wing, two hair wing, and the glasses. And then on top we've got the facial things, which actually I need to fix one of these borders before we go back over to emofuri. So we have this indicates the center of where your character is moving, so I kind of just left it as is. Anyway, this is where the neck comes from, so a trick for this is to actually make your head invisible. You want to make sure you also have some area colored in around it. And then this one down here is her hips, and they're approximately here, but she doesn't, it's not a full face, so there's no like differentiation. Now here we have the left eye, right eyebrow, left eyebrow. Make sure all your parts fit in these, and the mouth box, also the nose box, even though it's not really necessary for this. Finally we've got, this is your general head area, which I am going to lengthen. Alright, and then we've got the body area. I'll move this up front so you can kind of see a little better. Generally you want to make sure the head one needs to include all of your head, including the back of the hair, otherwise it won't work right. Then we've got the body. You're going to kind of want to mark the majority of the body with it. Make sure you also remember you've got neck up here, that counts as the body. And finally the trimming layer, which is how this image is going to get cropped. I can actually show this a little bit more. These guys do have to, at least the trimming layer has to go underneath. Make sure there is some area around, because when this area down here gets distorted at the bottom, you don't want that to essentially make blank white space at the bottom of your thing. So I made it awful teal to maybe try to transparent this later. Alright, obviously all these files are, all the layers are in Japanese because you've got to do it that way. Alright, so we're gonna load from scratch. I have a slightly different template that I downloaded off their website. Anyway, so we're gonna load this up. It's probably gonna be slow because my computer. Yeah, very slow. Alright, so as we can see here, we got her loveliness. And she'll work pretty good, you know. She's got a bunch of extras because I downloaded her special. Alright, so now we're gonna go to PSD import. We're gonna find where I put this darn thing. I'm gonna load it up. Alright, so now it's going to be slow. What the? Jesus. Oh, here we go. Alright, so we got, can show the whole darn thing. We got all of our layers in here. You can kind of look at each of them. These are various things. Alright, and what's important here though, see this one's red? This is the boobs one, since I pretty much emptied out the layer. You can set it to this first one, and that means none. You don't want that one used. Alright, so now we got my 6 custom pieces. This is the bow, as you can see here, it's marked. You're going to be clicking this one to select type. Then there's like the everything, which would be freestanding and BG. And we've got head, and then we've got boobs. And this is kind of the one you're linking the movement to. With full bodies, you will have also the body as an option. I think it's after the boobs. So in this case, you can have freestanding, in sync with, I'm not quite sure what this third one is. So because it's a bow and it's part of the hat, it's going to move with the head, but it's not, we have no jiggle, some other form of jiggle, movement like the bangs, movement like hair part left, hair part right, which don't work for busts, movement like the back of the hair, movement like boobs, and then movement like beta XYZ. I'm just going to stick with new movement, because bows aren't really, at least this bow isn't really supposed to move. And same with the hat. Now we're going to have these hair pieces, which I'm going to have move with the head, in sync with the head, and like the bangs. They're essentially just long bangs, really. And then we've got these. These are strange pieces of hair, I will admit. In my case, they're still attached to her head, so they still should be moving in sync with the head. I found that actually putting them as jiggling like the boobs is actually pretty good. So I'm going to pick the one right before the fade options. And then we have our glasses, which we're going to do like the hat and in sync with head, but no movement. And then we're going to hit click the big import button down here. And we're going to take a few moments because I'm using up a lot of power right now. Doop, 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 doop. Alright, so we got a character here. and we can do stuff with it. But typically, especially with special pieces involved, they ain't gonna move right at first. So, actually, I don't quite like how the front of the hair is moving here. 2 front pieces. What I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna Control Z re-import. Since I haven't touched anything, that's one reason why you should always like just kind of run some of the test animations. Double check that you like the movement, especially if you've got custom parts, like this one does. I'm gonna re-open that thing, and I'm gonna have to set a bunch of rows again. What happened? Oh. For absolutely no reason that happened. So this is head. Now these, I'm gonna try to have them move like the back of the hair. See how that works. And then this is going to move like boobs, even though it's very strange when you think about it. Their boobs move like that. Anyway. So now we're gonna try this again. And we're gonna wait again. That's what's gonna happen actually. And we're gonna get stuck for a moment. Yeah, I like that a little better. Arguably, I'm not going to be